Hi there, signs of Aquarius. This is Kim here to do your next 3-day messages. And what I'm meaning by that is that this reading will give you information that you are needing for your next 3 days, or that would be beneficial to you to have. So the spread is going to be a breakthrough spread that I'm going to pull for you today. It is one of those rather cryptic spreads. It kind of leads me to channeling kind of a lot of different information because it is meant to reach different people, right? So you're going to have to kind of, you're going to have to look into this as to what symbolism comes out for you that you resonate with. I would suggest with this spread that you look deep. You look deeper with what it's trying to say. So... all right, so let's begin. Let's begin. And thank you for being here. Thank you for leaving comments and liking the video if you like. I appreciate that, all of that type of support. Let's see. Breakthrough spread for Aquarius. Breakthrough spread will tell us what we want to have. In general, what do we need to have the breakthrough about? What is the challenge at this time? There's your breakthrough card, your strength at this time, and the probable outcome. Remember, energies that we're dealing with. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Quicksilver, which is kind of like it's interesting because Mercury is it can be in that solid / liquid state, almost like at the same time. Oh, the shaman and the storm. Coming out of hypothetical energy. Okay, I'm starting. So apparently my brain is now tuned into this. Spirit guides, angels, please give me clear messages here, as clear as a cryptic reading can be. Shaman is a clear message for you. I was a little distracted by that because I saw the storm card and it has similar imagery to it. The shaman is, when I see this, I think it not only somebody that can completely heal themselves, but somebody who has that ability with others and in some way gives advice in life. Guides the person that's the shaman, guides the whole village, right? So we'll use Sci-Fi Tarot, and I have some new cards. Maybe next time I'll pull Celtic Cross for you all. Just one more deck. I'm going to pull 2 tarot cards for each spot also. And the 108 Oracle I'll pull. Whoa. Okay, apparently there's supposed to be 3 for your breakthrough, so we're just going to take it. No accidents here. Ten of Wands on the bottom. Ooh, you could be doing a lot right now when you get the Ten of Wands. Where, I mean, look at the card. The person has like a lot on their shoulders, a lot on their plate, and it looks heavy. The person's kneeling down because they're about to have a completion with some sort of actions that they have already invested in. So something like that. Yeah, and then, so this 108 Oracle will be the roadblock. What's the roadblock? It's just wanting to come out. You know what? I think it is that. I think that is it. Because that kind of makes sense. When do you need to have a divine detour or figure out what to do next is when you need to have a breakthrough for the roadblock, apparently. All right. Ooh, Dear John. Dear John on the bottom. The Dear John card can be about moving on from somebody, a person, a situation, a career for some. It could be a resignation letter. This says, Dear John, cold hard truth, strange situation. It's not you, it's me. The end. Final word, cutting cords, something's not working. And so what we need to have a breakthrough about might involve that also, but the roadblock card, for sure. Block change, barriers, challenges, time to regroup. Stuck, paralyzed, obstacles, stalling, temporary setback, take a detour, not right now. One step forward, two steps back. And but this is what we have experienced, this is what we need to have the breakthrough about. Okay, I know I've said that like a few times now, haven't I? And the sugar card. So, this could be when we're trying to figure out, I want to experience the sweet things in life. It can be having for some, if you have a lot of finances that is going to fund something that you desperately always wanted to do, then some weird, mysterious way, maybe this comes in through the sugar card energy, because it is sweetness. It's experiencing the goodness. It's attractiveness too. So it's good. It's the sweet things. It's the sugar. You might be sweet like sugar. There may be something you need to put your foot down for, though, or about, because of being sweet like sugar, Sweet like sugar. Okay, so I have the Knight of Wands and I have the Tower. Wow. Well, those are pretty big energies here. The Knight of Wands, Adventure of the Spirit, it says first to set foot upon a new world. Okay, because it's sci-fi tarot, right? So the Knight of Wands and the Tower, it's like a Sagittarius and a Scorpio energy. The Tower, it says the disintegrator beam, a new story. A new story is a good way to view the Tower, actually. I like that. Because that's when something's not working and then you follow your passion, you go in some sort of different direction and everything you knew kind of comes down, or maybe it comes down and then you go into a certain different direction. We have different circumstances in life. This could be like a job for some of you all where something was working, now it's not working out, but we're doing what we feel like we're good and responsible for us, like to pan something out, to just see, and then here we're seeing like this Tower, we're seeing complete change, right? And in a relationship, it can be when something's not working because we're wanting to go after our passion, or maybe our passion is leading us elsewhere. So, cryptic, what is this Tower about? I'm going to clarify as we go with this deck, by the way. The Sirens song, it is a blend of the Lenormand and the Kipper style decks. So I have the Bouquet, which is an offer, which is a solid offer. It's good because I see it here. So so what are we waiting? Are we waiting on an offer? This is something that's being proposed to us. This can be in love. It can be someone who's really passionate about us, wants to make a quick, impulsive move, right? But remember, this is our breakthrough spread. So this part right here is what we're almost like what we're trying to get to, right? So it's like we're wanting to move really fast. We're wanting things to be done, the Tower over, but needing this sugar and needing this bouquet to enter our lives. and so, yeah, I think that's what we're going to have a breakthrough about. Let's see. What is the challenge? Glass. I think this is having to do with your focus, your attention, what you're looking at. Let me see another. Oh, yeah, how you're seeing. Oh, how you're seeing. Okay. No, when I get this card, it says victim mentality. I like to explain victim mentality a little bit because it has it kind of gets a bad rap, the way that people say to. It can sound kind of harsh or blunt when someone's like, stop playing the victim, right? It can sound harsh. And so I'm thinking of ways to explain that, of what I feel like it means to me, okay, in the way that I do cards and everything, is before we really step into the knowing of being a divine creator, the manifester, the magician in our life. Before that happens, before we kind of like seize into that power, there's an understanding and a knowing of, at this point, I now accept that everything I have manifested in my life, I have manifested. However, before having that focus be on conscious co-creation with the universe, we are run by programming. We are run by things that have been passed down in our families. We have things that are maybe even karma related that we are still somewhat attached to. We have unconscious manifesting, and so it's not necessarily your fault that there was a scene or something that happened that you really just did not enjoy, did not like at all. But if you want to step into full blown, you are the manifester, and then it's taking like spiritual responsibility for your manifestations from this point on. So I feel like the blinders is saying here could be challenging to block out distractions, but that the focus is going to be on you as a divine being and a manifester of all your reality. So the Five of Swords here is a challenge, and the King of Swords. King of Swords is your energy. It says the smartest man on any planet. I like that. Yeah, well, so using your knowledge. It can be to use your knowledge to block out what's going on in the background, because we have to kind of like, there's an understanding of our manifestations are still unfolding, ones that we've created long ago, and the tower might represent actually those manifestations coming down and not resonating with you anymore. So there may be a conflict or a push-pull here to this type of energy. The Five of Swords can definitely be things that you're noticing around yourself or outside of yourself. Okay, so this is a focus on what you know, your knowledge, and having that clarity of mind, and it's about the challenge being some sort of decisiveness here is what I'm picking up on. To take action and then to take appropriate steps, right? Okay, your breakthrough is the 10. The 10 card. Okay, good. I like that. And the Ring card. And the Ring. The 10 and the Ring. Okay, 10 has an atomic number of 50. It's a crystalline structure or attribute to it. It bends very easy. It's malleable. So you're able to divine detour if you need to. It can be a change of commitments or people that you have soul contracts with the Ring. Because I'm saying commitment, but I'm seeing several on that. So I think this might be about your options also here. So change, adaptability, and then something to do with soul contracts is your breakthrough. Good Lordy. And then the 10 of Pentacles is your breakthrough. Wow. Okay. So you're going to have a breakthrough that leads to a lot of wealth, a lot of stability, support in a family network or a very supporting business. This is your completion. This is wealth. It's how you attain it. And it's how you get it. So you're needing to focus on a plan that involves like, okay, there's a good possibility I'm going to have to change or divert some things, do something in a different way, or listen to Spirit as it's guiding me. The Wheel of Fortune is your breakthrough. We definitely see different wheels here too, if you want to tell connected. This is an excellent reading. So your breakthrough is that there's a new season here. There's a new season, and this is I feel like this is about your focus of stepping into the divine creator that you are, creating consciously everything that you manifest, and this is going to be a new experience for you. The Wheel of Fortune and the 10 of Pentacles. Good fortune. The new season. The wheel. The new, almost like everything, it looks like. And the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups. So this is when you love yourself. What does it say here? It says on the card, she holds life in the palm of her hand. She does. because her love for herself, self-love, self-care, opening up the heart for new experiences also. This is a caring, kind, compassionate person who is focused on self-love, who is focused on doing themselves, and that's what's bringing all this in. It might be a significant connection too. It doesn't have to be a female, but it's somebody who's very easy, like they listen very well. They're easy to talk to. They are kind, and their aura is so loving. It kind of makes you feel like you can feel this loving energy off of them. That's for sure could be a connection with that ring. Okay, so constellation with network, support, associates, gathered, meetings, socialized. It says in collection, a collection or exchanging data, influence, in connection with a large amount or quantity. This is big time influence too here about whatever it is that you're having this breakthrough about. Looks like you're going to be influencing a lot of people. Wow. So rest up because something is about to begin. Wait, your breakthrough, I feel like, is going to occur when you're in this rested, relaxed state, when we're opening up to the possibility that there's definitely probably a situation that we did not necessarily want to manifest, but it did somehow, some way. And we're in the in-between now. So we're in between a few things. This is time for your rest. This is time for your pause. And this is also time for meditation and finding relief. But they're really wanting you to know with the hammock, they're very supported. And I think they're saying to rest up, take care of yourself, focus on your health also, if that rings true to you as being advice that Spirit would give at this time. So what is your strength at this time? Neptune, the prayers that you sent out. The prayers that you sent out, the intention that you sent out, your ability to receive, quite frankly, miracles. To know, to create them, to be aware that they are even there and they have come in for you here. It is your strength, this belief in, I don't see that it's manifesting physically, but I know it's mine. I know this feeling that I want is coming my way. Like, that's Neptune. It's kind of like your faith in mysterious ways, right? And miracles. So what else is your strength? Your clarity of thought. This says an intellectual gift, and I like that. The Ace of Swords. Your clarity of thought, your, again, knowledge. Clear thinking. Good. Well, so you have all of the knowledge for a victory when you have that. There's a victory. You also have the Four of Pentacles, which is somebody in here that's doing something a little bit in secret or with themselves, to themselves, protecting their energy. They're focused on building a solid foundation. So if since this is your strength, I think it's that you are very strong and solid, and you have a good foundation that you've built for yourself. So I really haven't had to clarify anything else because it's making more sense than I thought it would. The repairman says your ability to fix, heal, and restore things, to make things better, to upgrade things, and the fact that you are skilled is on your side. So, yeah. It's kind of like a person that kind of keeps to themselves and doesn't really get involved in other people's matters too much, you know? Because they're focusing on doing them. Maybe focusing on the money and things like that. So I like the void coming out as part of your outcome because, well, we already see you're going to have beautiful breakthroughs. But the void, to me, is the space where everything and nothing exists all at once. It's like 0 point. Absolutely anything is possible. You have infinite possibilities. And I do think that part of the breakthrough is for you to relax enough to put yourself into a void state. Where we're just, maybe they call it zoning out. Maybe you just zone out somehow. There's something that they're wanting to give to you, a message, or that you need to receive. Maybe it's a vision of this stuff that's to come. Let's see what else. Nine of Swords. Goodness. And the Eight of Pentacles. We're learning how to control our mind. Okay, so you have that. You have that. But we're learning how to control where our thoughts are going as we're literally creating everything. So the Eight of Pentacles is about mastery. It's about something that you do really, really well. Nine of Swords is just a place where, it's a place where we need to let go of feeling like we necessarily need to know everything. And I'm guessing it's going to be like a focus here on your work with this outcome. A focus on your work, a focus on what it is that you're doing at this moment. The Good Lady. I also have Thunderstorm, which says power. Okay, it could mean a big energy shift, but it says triumph over evil, opportunity to overcome. And this woman is coming in a lot. I don't know who needs... See, that's not going to be for everybody, but we'll go ahead and say it. There's some woman... This could have been a mom, a mentor, or somebody like a mom, a boss. But it's like getting advice from one person who means well. I do feel like this is female. And then the other energy, they worry too much. They worry too much. There's some sort of like weird, there's some sort of weird feeling I'm getting about somebody being very intimidated by your power. It's something that you're able to like show by your skill or your mastery level with the Eight of Pentacles. And so I'm wondering if they are actually, if this is something around you that's trying to get you into this really worrisome trap feeling, or like get in the way somehow. For some of you all, this is somebody that's very threatened by your power and your success that you're going to have. And so to be in the Nine of Swords would be like where that energy would actually want you to be. So they could be the challenging Five of Swords. That person could definitely be the challenging person. That's good news. The Rider and the Letter and the Rich Gentleman and the Gift. So I think this is also part of your outcome, is that apparently you have a powerful friend or ally, or maybe it's even somebody coming in that's going to be romantic in some way. I think they're tied to this offer with the bouquet, and you receiving a letter or some sort of information from this person. This information or this news that comes in, it actually makes you even more powerful. And I think somebody fears that around you. I don't even like focusing on others, but it will throw me for a loop if I don't talk about it, because it's so yeah, this news, this information, this letter it's like this Rider energy here, where you're maybe even allowing you to travel somewhere, or it might be an actual relocation. It's good news. It's associated with good news coming in, and I think of a little bit of the Knight of Wands too. So man or woman, this is somebody who has taken the right actions. They're like a boss, big boss energy, and they're very wealthy. That person is. Somehow they'd be supporting your work, it looks like, too. Not just, and maybe this is the key to your Ten of Pentacles. I love how the Ten of Pentacles is like right there. Right there. All right. Another brilliant genius idea coming to you with Uranus. Oh, and the vow. By the way, this is the section that's advice from angels. Okay, I forgot to tell you. This is the advice from angels. So look from this void here. What comes from the void? What comes from the darkness? There's some sort of soul contract and commitment here. A vow that was made. Either this is a person who meant to help upgrade your life, help you in some significant way. They are the ring. They are tied to you somehow. And you're going to get clarity on this with this card, with the Uranus card. You're going to get clarity on it. You're going to know. This card also says be open to drastic change, and that might be like powerful drastic change. Might be why the hammock card is here too. Yeah, forge ahead with the Knight of Pentacles. Something that's They're saying it's something that's coming in that's solid. It's going to be a steady climb, a rise, success coming in, but it has been slow getting here. It's because it's been planned. It's because it's been carefully thought out and planned. And it says that this invasion took years of preparation, but all the planning paid off. Okay, so they're definitely saying here, keep on investing smart decisions, but I feel like somebody has a plan. And you are being told to guard your energy at this time. When I get this no card, it has a bridge on it. It literally says bridge closed, because it has to do with you pulling up the bridge to somebody. I think whoever this Five of Swords is, or whatever energies, it's like not making yourself accessible, pulling up the bridge. And I think they're saying that would probably be wise to do at this time. This would be somebody that, this would be like an adversary, or somebody that just causes problems, or some sort of distraction. Also can be that there's timing about when this is unfolding in your life, because here we have this patience, but then we also have this timing card. The timing I like, because I'm not going to go by summer here, the 3 to 6 months. I'm going to go by the zodiac dates, like the times. So it's saying it could be during Cancer season, Leo season, or Virgo. So we're coming upon Virgo right now. And so that's right now to the next month, and maybe month and a half. So just because something's not unfolding exactly right now, make sure you're pulling up the bridge and guarding your energy the best way that you can, so that you maintain your focus and block out distractions. But it is coming, and they want you to have patience, because it's going to be a solid thing when it does come in. And when it comes in, it's going to be powerful, and you're not going to be able to miss this type of change. Look at all the lightning there. Yeah. All right. So I think, and then I'm really looking at this U-turn. So I'm seeing another message here of there's going to have to be a divine detour here, but it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be uncomfortable. Not any more uncomfortable than what you've already been dealing with the roadblock energy. So let's get an angel number to wrap it up. I do have private readings available. The information's in the description box below. And of course, I'm sending you so much love and light for your days. Thank you for joining me today. This was a fun reading to do. Okay, I have 21 with you are inspiring. You are highly creative with a strong will to succeed. Your imagination is highly charged, and it reveals in itself from everything you do, from sparkling conversation to your most prized projects. I am inspiring. So I also see connections and choices in connections, and the magician energy here popping out with that card. So ace, look, an ace of wands type of personality. So 26, you have a desire to succeed, and you'll feel most accomplished when your work benefits others. Your intuitive awareness of what people want allows you to come up with innovative solutions to meet their needs. I am tactful. And maybe choices in love, harmony, family connection too. 000, you are one with the Creator. That's a big time void energy. 0 point is what I would say. Yeah, it says you're one with the Creator. There are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible here in your lifetime on Earth. I'm a creator. And one with you are a self-starter with innovative ways of creating opportunity. Your determination and endurance are powerful and will help you get through the rough times and reach success. I am innovative. That's this Uranus card. And that's that Ace of Swords card. It's the magician energy ultimately. And it's like, it's just the beginning for this to happen. This is big. Yeah, it is big. So, okay, I'm going to leave it there. Bye.